Hi, this is Brenda Gertis, Management Specialist in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I want to talk about condominiums today and the purchase of condominiums for investment. Unless you're planning on living or moving to the area and living in the condo eventually, I would suggest that you seriously think about the over-control nature of the condominium associations and their rules and regulations. Many of the owners in condominiums, and particularly the board of directors, sometimes feel that tenants have a negative influence on the condominium area and devalue the properties themselves. Nothing could be further from the truth, particularly if the tenants are managed and maintained by a professional property manager. If your tenant is well vetted, well screened, and has good background, there's nothing that says that that tenant is, or having a tenant in your condominium is going to devalue your property. Condominiums also take longer to rent, and the reason they take longer to rent is because they have onerous type applications that every tenant has to go through. Sometimes these associations want to charge a security deposit for damage to the outside exterior part of the area. And in 23 years of being in this business and specializing only in rentals and property management, I can tell you I have never once heard of a tenant damaging property outside of the condominium. They don't run over poles, they don't run over the trash cans, they don't damage the exterior of the property. The reason I believe that these people are charging security deposits is because they're trying to keep out tenants. If that's the case, if you purchase a condominium, it's probably going to take us longer to find a tenant who's willing to put up with the application process and the condo commandos that go around and see if they can find something wrong that the tenant is doing. Some associations also limit the use of the common areas, or they make rules and regulations that apply to tenants that don't apply to owners. An example would be that the tenant is not allowed to have a pet on the property, even though an owner is allowed to have a pet. And this makes no sense to me whatsoever. It is much easier to get rid of a bad tenant with a pet than it is to get rid of an owner who owns the property. If you'd like some more information about this topic, which is difficult and sometimes can be misleading, please give me a call. I'd be happy to talk to you about how you can solve your problem with your condominium association. Thanks very much. I look forward to hearing from you. This is Brenda Gertis, Management Specialist in Port St. Lucie, Florida.